What's up, familia? Thanks for watching. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about these botellones known as cántaros. These botellones are made with barro canela. They come out of Tonalá, Jalisco, Mexico. Very good for keeping your water fresh and cold, and also for putting more minerals into your water and keeping your water alkaline. This is the mug that serves as a cover. I'm going to talk to you guys how to cure these botellones so they don't leak. There's various different ways of doing it. This is my method, and you can just use the water method, or you can use the rice water method. Here we go. You're going to start off by getting a gallon of water into a pot. You're going to add 2 cups of whatever white rice you may have. You don't have to worry about washing it. You can just do it just like that. You're going to simmer for about 20 minutes on medium heat. And then you want to strain the rice out of the water. Right? Make sure there's clear of any rice. All we want here is just the liquid, which is the starch that comes from the rice. As you can see, this is all the liquid. So some of it evaporated, no big deal. All we really need is about at least half a gallon. It's very concentrated. It has lots of starch in it. It's not going to hurt your botellón. It's going to help seal the little pores that are in the clay. We have a bucket of water. Get some fresh water. You're going to get your rice water or your starch water at this point, and we're going to put it into the bucket. What's going to happen is that we're going to soak this botellón for 24 hours, the cup and the botellón. Pour it right in. Don't be afraid. Just pour it right in, whether it's cold or hot. Doesn't really matter. Make sure you stir it really well. As you can see, I'm using its own container to pour in and out. Or if you have a big spoon or something, you can use that as well. The reason we want to do this is because these botellones naturally are porous, and the botellón sweats. And sometimes they sweat a little too much, where it can cause a lot of water leakage. I recommend put a little plate underneath the botellón to capture a little bit of the sweat. It's about 1/2 inch thick, so it's a really good botellón, 100% lead free. So just know that this is 100% lead free. You're going to let the botellón get filled. It holds about a gallon. And once you let it get filled, you make sure it's submerged completely underwater. As you can see, it's taking quite a while to fill. Then you get the cup. It's about 4.5 inches tall. You can use this as the cap of the botellón and also to drink your water. Botellones keep the water nice and fresh and cold. It's also going to put more minerals into your water, and it's going to keep your water alkaline. This is the way the indigenous people have done it for centuries. I remember growing up, my own mother had a botellón, and my mother mentions that my grandmothers, they had the big large ones where they would store their natural water, which is most of the time it was well water. Here we are 24 hours later, and we're doing this for editing purposes. All right, it's been about 4 hours since I took it out of the water, but you're going to do it for 24 hours. Get yourself a nice cloth. You're going to towel dry it. You're going to dump all the water out of the botellón. It actually holds quite a bit of water. You can put this in the middle of the sun, and the sweating of the botellón is going to keep the water fresh. I remember growing up and having this really nice taste. Compared to a lot of the bottled waters now in plastic, I recommend you get yourself some nice spring water. You're going to pour it right into your botellón. Make sure you keep it filled. You're going to let that water soak in the botellón for 24 hours. By then, you're going to start absorbing natural minerals. Once in a while, you're going to see the botellón is going to have a white crust on it. Just get a damp cloth and wipe it down. Those are salts and minerals. The way you cure this botellón after you soak it in this starch water or the rice water, it absorbs tons of natural starch into the pores of this botellón. You're going to put it on any type of stove, and you're going to turn it on medium heat, and you're going to let it heat up for about 25 minutes or until the whole botellón is nice and dry. You're going to do the same thing for the cup. And by doing this, you're going to harden the starch inside of the pores for it to seal the pores. It's been about 30 minutes now. You see some steam coming off the botellón. The mug, I turned it off earlier. That one got done a lot faster than the actual botellón. The mug just needs about 10 to 15 minutes. The botellón could be 25 to 30 minutes. Also, we get questions all the time if these botellones are lead-free, and they are. I have these testing Q-tips that I use to test different products for lead. These are lead swabs, and if it turns red, it contains lead. If it stays orange, it contains no lead. So I like to do these tests on other products that I have and used over time. You get a swab. You can find these on Amazon. You can find them anywhere. They're fairly cheap. This is a pack of 30. You see how it looks orange? You're going to put it into some water. You're going to soak it. Luckily, this crystal geyser water has no lead. Just if it would have turned red already. This is 100% raw. They have no acrylic on it. So it's 100% raw barro. Barro canela that comes out of Tonalá, Mexico, or out of Jalisco. You see, it still looks orange. There's no red. So that tells me that this is lead-free. And even my suppliers also told me that they're lead-free, but I wanted to test it for myself just to make sure, because I'm going to be drinking this water daily. I also have a comal. That's original barro comal that I also want to test. And I will be selling these in the near future. This is original comal, so you can heat up your tortillas. This can take the heat. You can put it right on top of the stove and you can cook with it. You're going to put it in rice water as well. I like to test out my products, and we're going to be using this comal in-house. As you can see, rubbing over and over to see if I can pick up any signs of lead. And no, it's a little dirty, but I don't see anything turning red. So that tells me that this is also lead-free. This is really good barro that comes out of Jalisco. All right. Artisan people have been using this type of barro for generations and generations. There's a whole generation of families out there that make these botellones and various different products. And I also took the liberty to test out our water. My water has been soaking inside this botellón for about 6 hours. After I cured it, I filled it in with some good spring water, which is the crystal geyser, and I let it soak in there. So what I'm going to do is a test to see the alkaline of it. Just know that I've tested this in the past and it's always coming out at 7, which is alkaline. Get a little bit of the water and the meter is going to recognize it instantly. So you see it at 7 or going even lower. That tells me that it's keeping this water alkaline. At the same time, it's infusing minerals into the water. You're going to notice that you're going to require drinking less water because this water is more filling. Enjoy, guys. I'm glad you guys were able to purchase this botellón or on here to learn more about it. It's very refreshing. I recommend it. I definitely recommend getting back into our ancestral indigenous roots. And as you can see, it's an alkaline water. You never know, guys. This might just be what you need.